Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. This is another CotA deck here. I think by the time this airs, I'll have gotten a bunch more Dark Tidings, so I'll have some of those to share. But I am opening this up before I get my big setup of Dark Tidings. Ooh, Cooke, Faraton's rude delegate. You don't want a rude delegate. That's that's a liability. Um, I'm thinking we got Sanctum, uh, Brobnar, and Logos. We got Brobnar, Shadows, and Sanctum. So got a bunch right. And I opened, I saw the list again. Dang it! I saw the naughties. I didn't really see anything else. So gotta remember to flip that. Derp derp. All right. So I think I saw 3 naughties. A lot. But we'll be seeing Brobnar first. And I liked the last Brobnar I opened. So hopefully we get another good one. Blood Money. Place 2 amber from the common supply on an enemy creature. Interesting to see this and compare it now to Carpe Venum, which is a Saurian one that exalts 2 enemy creatures. So very similar effect, but now we have the term exalt, so it can be worded a little more succinctly. A little different because Blood Money is putting 2 amber on 1 creature, not 1 amber each on 2 different creatures. Wow. So you might be able to Blood Money and then Punch for 3 amber total. But Punch is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you deal 3 damage to a creature. Very nice. War Song is an action. When you play it for the remainder of the turn, you gain an amber each time a friendly creature fights. It would be nice to get this with Relentless Assault. I'm really reading for Relentless Assault now, but I think we're past it alphabetically. We'll see. Yeah. Um. So, oh well. Bumpsy is a 5-power giant. It says play, your opponent loses 1. Wouldn't mind getting a War Drummer now to go along with this to bounce creatures back up. Fire Spitter is a 5-power giant with 1 armor. Before it fights, you deal 1 damage to each enemy creature. Very nice. Would be good to get with something that lets us use it on the turn we play it, like maybe some Ganger Chieftains. Yay, Ganger Chieftain. 5-power giant that says play, you may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Excellent. We have a Headhunter as well. It's a 5-power giant that says fight, gain 1. No doubles so far. Ooh, King of the Crag. Makes us good against other Brobnar decks, which would be great if I were really worried about high-level Brobnar decks. King of the Crag is a 7-power giant that says each enemy Brobnar creature gets -2 power. Lemire Flamefist is a 5-power giant that says if your opponent has 7 amber or more, they lose 2. A little bit of board control there. Troll is an 8-power giant. When it reaps, it heals 3 damage. 2 trolls. Wow. Wow, big board presence here. And then we do have War Drummer, so that's a 3-power goblin. When you play it, you return each other friendly Brobnar creature to your hand. Nice to get those play effects again, potentially Flame Fist, Ganger Chieftain, Bumpsy. But also sometimes this can just be a way to heal your stuff, kind of reset and heal after a bunch of fights. So good to get a lot of creatures at least with the War Song, and creatures that have serious staying power. Um, the the question is, is it more value than say an anger? And yeah, I'm not totally sure. We'll see. Wow, this is a card I don't expect to fire much given the Brobnar setup here, but maybe. We're into Sanctum now. Glorious Few is an action that says play for each creature your opponent controls in excess of you, gain an amber. So that can be a pretty big burst, but you need to be behind on board, which the Brobnar here does not want to be. Shield of Justice is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it for the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature cannot be dealt damage. So, yeah, your creatures can't take damage. Take Hostages is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it for the remainder of the turn, each time a friendly creature fights, it captures 1. Okay, that'll be nice if we have some things like maybe Zakiel or Inspiration. Hallowed Blaster instead is an artifact and weapon. It has action heal 3 damage from a creature. And it's just not a good enough effect, in my view. Should have had an Amber Pit for sure. Whispering Reliquary is an artifact, an item. It has action. Return an artifact to its owner's hand. Decent short-term board or amber artifact control. Commander Remiel is a 3-power human knight with Reap. Use a friendly non-sanctum creature. Oh, that could be good with those big Brobnar bodies. I like it. Frankus is a 6-power knight spirit with 1 armor. And it says after an enemy creature is destroyed fighting it, it captures 1. Okay, that could be nice, especially with the Shield of Justice. Grey Monk is a 3-power human priest that says each friendly creature gets +1 armor, and when it reaps, you heal 2 damage from a creature. Lots of healing here. So much healing. And getting all your creatures +1 armor, that could be pretty good with the Brobnar there. Oh, wow. So actually, this is great because we have we have Fire Spitter. We also have Lord Golgotha, which is also just really great crowd control. Lord Golgotha is a 5-power knight and spirit with 2 armor. Before it fights, you deal 3 damage to each neighbor of the creature it fights. So, when we fight with Fire Spitter, we're going to be spraying the whole board with 1 damage. Lord Golgotha is going to deal damage to the neighbors of the thing it's fighting, and overall, this is really good. Like decks that are depending on elusive for their creatures to stay alive are not going to do well here. Raiding Knight is a 4-power human knight with 2 armor and play capture 1, and Sequus is a 4-power human knight with 2 armor and reap capture 1. Very similar. Ooh, Gatekeeper is a 5-power knight spirit with 1 armor and play if your opponent has 7 or more amber, capture all but 5 of it. So that will pull somebody off of a key. And then we have a tremendous board control with all these creatures. I mean, what we're going to be weak against though are board wipe and stun the board type effects like blinding light, phosphorus stars. Those will be rough, but again, we have a really nice board presence in general. All right, on to shadows. We have, and I do think we're a little lacking in the amber control department here. So bait and switch and other shadows cards could be really good. Because we had a little bit in both houses, but not a lot. Bait and switch though says play if your opponent has more amber than you, steal 1. Repeat this card's effect if your opponent still has more than you. It's been errated so that it only can fire a maximum of 2 times. It's actually possible for it to fire 0 times and you steal nothing if you have equal or more amber than your opponent. But if they have 3 more than you, if they have 2 more, you steal, you're even. The second time doesn't trigger. If they have 3 more than you, you'll steal 2, and then it'll stop there. Not bad. Hidden Stash is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you archive a card. Not bad. I would potentially archive like Gatekeeper is probably the best target here. Yeah. Maybe War Song for, save it for a good turn. Miasma can stop a key. It's an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, your opponent skips the forge a key step on their next turn. Okay. Nerve Blast is an action. You steal an amber, and if you do, you deal 2 damage to a creature. Very nice. Got a second one of those. Oh, excellent. And then Pawn Sacrifice. It's an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you sacrifice a friendly creature. We have a ton to pick from. And if you do, you deal 3 damage each to 2 creatures. Very nice. Then we have Naughty the Thief, a 2-power elf thief with elusive and action steal 1. Like I said, I think we had 2 more of those. Yeah, 3 is a lot of these. If they can stick on the board, I mean, steal 3 per turn is amazing. They're just so weak, right? 2 power. The elusive helps, but not enough. These things tend to die pretty fast. Silvertooth is a 2-power elf thief that enters play ready, so you can reap or fight with it immediately, although fighting with a 2-power creature, not that exciting. We have Urchin, a 1-power elf thief with elusive and play steal 1. And then we have another Urchin. Okay, so we have here 4 cards that unconditionally steal 1 out of hand. That's good. 3 creatures that can action steal, and bait and switch, which could steal up to 2 potentially. We have Gatekeeper for a stop later. A little bit of plinky capture here, capture there. and a little bit of your opponent, you lose amber, just a little. So overall, this is a pretty interesting. This seems like a pretty interesting deck. Um, let me see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I mean, it could be pretty competitive. I think the thing I worry most about with a deck like this is just like it's good, but it's maybe not quite good enough, and it doesn't have a broad enough range of tools. Like we have Whispering Reliquary, but that's only short-term artifact control. We have no long-term artifact control. We have no scaling amber control, other than Miasma can deal with no matter what. But we have no way to say, okay, you went to 14, well, now I'll do this and it'll set you back. Um, so that's a little bit of a concern. And then it seems like if we can get a board presence, that's great. But if your opponent has either cards like Blinding Light, Phosphorus Stars, Gateway, then we're going to struggle a bit more. So, yeah, seems good, but not great. If this was like a Brobnar meta, then this would be great Brobnar against other Brobnar. But I just wouldn't worry so much about being in a Brobnar meta at this point. So, but yeah, seems good. Like a classic CotA, good. It's doing good stuff. So that was Cooke, Faraton's Rude Delegate. Hope you enjoyed, and that when it's safe, you'll get out and forge some keys.